Vasudevaya Narayanang Namaskritya Narang Chaiva Narottamam Deving Saraswating Vyasang Tato Jaya Mudiraye Nasta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityang Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Call him. Tell him to come. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 13. Chapter is entitled The Behavior of a Perfect Person. Text number 26. Okay. Okay. Tatrapidang patinang cha sukhayo anna anaputtaye karman kurvatang drishta karmani kurvatang drishta nibritta asmi viparjayam tatrapidang patinang cha sukhayo anna apanuttaye karmani kurvatang drishta nibrita asmi viparjayam tatrapidang patinang cha sukhaya anna apanuttaye karmani kurvatang drishta nirvitta asmi viparjayam.
Tatrapidam patinam cha sukhayanya apanuttaye karmani kurvatam drishva nivrittosmi viparyayam.
Tatrapidam patinam cha sukhayanya apanuttaye karmani kurvatam drishva nivritto asmi viparyayam. Tatrapidam patinam cha sukhayanya apanuttaye karmani kurvatam drishva nivritto asmi viparyayam.
Mataji's. Okay. Tatra, there. Api, also. Dampotinam, of men and women, united by marriage. Cha, and. Sukhaya, for the sake of pleasure. Specifically, the pleasure of sex life. Anna Nuttaye, for avoiding misery. Karmani, fruitive activities. Kurvatam, always engaged in. Drishtva, by observing. Nibrita asmi, I have now ceased from such activities. Viparyayam, the opposite. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. In this human form of life, men and women unite for the sensual pleasure of sex. But by actual experience, we have observed that none of them are happy. Therefore, seeing the contrary results, I have stopped taking part in materialistic activities. Purport. As stated by Prahlad Maharaj, Jan Maitunadi Grihamedi Sukhami Tucham. Man and woman both seek sexual enjoyment, and when they are united by the ritualistic ceremony of marriage, they are happy for some time, but finally there is dissension, and thus there are so many cases of separation and divorce. Although every man and woman is actually eager to enjoy life through sexual unity, the result is disunity and distress. Marriage is recommended to give men and women a concession for restricted sex life, which is also recommended in Bhagavad Gita by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Dharma aviruddha bhuteshu kama asmi. Sex life not against the principle of religion is Krishna. Every living entity is always eager to enjoy sex life because materialistic life consists of eating, sleeping, sex and fear. In animal life, eating, sleeping, sexual enjoyment and fear cannot be regulated. But for human society, the plan is that although men, like animals, must be allowed to eat, sleep, enjoy sex and take protection from the fear, they must be regulated. The Vedic plan for eating recommends that one take Jagya Sista or Prasad, food offered to Krishna. Jagya Sista Shinasanta Bucchate Sarva Kilvisai. The devotees of the Lord are released from all kinds of sins because they eat food that is offered first to sacrifice. In material life, one commits sinful activities, especially in eating, and because of sinful activities, one is condemned by nature's laws to accept another body, which is imposed as punishment. Sex and eating are essential, and therefore they are offered to human society under Vedic restrictions, so that according to the Vedic injunctions, people may eat, sleep, enjoy sex, be protected from fearful life, and gradually be elevated and liberated from the punishment of material existence. Thus, Vedic injunctions for marriage offer a concession to human society, the idea being that a man and woman united in ritualistic marriage ceremony should help one another advance in spiritual life. Unfortunately, especially in this age, men and women unite for unrestricted sexual enjoyment. Thus, they are victimized, being obliged to take rebirth in the forms of animals to fulfill their animalistic propensities. The Vedic injunctions therefore warn, Nayam deho dehovajang niloke kostam kaman arhote virvujanje. One should not enjoy sex life like hogs and eat everything, even to the limit of stool. A human being should eat prasad offered to the deity and should enjoy sex life according to the Vedic injunction. He should engage himself in the business of Krishna consciousness. He should save himself from the fearful condition of material existence, and he should sleep only to recover from fatigue due to working hard. The learned Brahmana said that since everything is misused by the fruitive workers, he had retired from all fruitive activities. Mukam karati vachalam pangulanghaite giring jatkripatam aham bande Shri Gurung dinatarinam paramananda madhavam Sri Chaitanya Isharam. So in this section, Prahlad Maharaj is asking questions and the learned Brahmana is answering to his questions. So this chapter is entitled The Behavior of a Perfect Person. Material world is the imperfect world. and whatever we do is imperfect. But what is perfect? When we render pure devotional service, that is the perfect process. And when we get love of Godhead, that is the perfect result of that perfect process. Everything else is imperfect. So the behavior of a perfect person means the behavior of a pure devotee. Because pure devotee is the perfect person. So here, in this verse, the main feature of material life is explained. Prabhupada says, this place is known as Maithunagar, the place of sex life. This world has been created for the conditioned soul to enjoy sex life. That is the purpose. So lusty desires are everywhere. Lusty desires are there in the senses, in the mind, in the intelligence, ether, everywhere. And what is the goal of human life? To attain love of Godhead. Very interesting contrast. We are living in the world of lust, and the perfection is to attain love. This paradox is very interesting. But by seeing the life example of a perfect person, we get inspiration. While Prabhupada was preaching Krishna consciousness in America, beginning days, Prabhupada used to say, in order to be initiated, you have to stop 4 activities: meat eating, illicit sex, intoxication, and gambling. Then the boys and girls, those who are hearing that, then they ask, Swamiji, then what we will do? Very difficult to understand, because life means this. And if you stop all these activities, then what we are supposed to do? Then Prabhupada said, Krishna consciousness is a positive alternative. That is the lesson we learned from Srila Prabhupada. Krishna consciousness is not a negation. Krishna consciousness is a positive engagement. And that will make us perfect. So here 4 activities are explained. Ahar, Nidra, Bhai, Maithun. Eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. These are the activities. So Mahabharata explains, Ahara Nidra Bhai Maithunang Cha Samannam Vetat Pasubhi Naranam Dharma Hitesam Adhika Vishesha Dharmena Hina Pasubhi Samanam. Both human species and animal species, they have 4 common activities: eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. That is the symptom, or these are the activities of material world. But human being is supposed to do something extra. Then his human life really begins. What is that? Dharmahi tesham adhika vishesha. The human being should perform dharma. Without dharma, human life is not human life. Then question comes, what is the meaning of dharma? Very deep subject matter, dharma. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Paritranaya sadhunang vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samstapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. He comes to this material world to establish dharma. And at the end of Bhagavad Gita, he says, Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekang saranang braja aham tam sarva papebha mokshasami masuchaha. Beginning he is telling he comes to establish dharma. At the end he is telling give up dharma. Not only one dharma, all the dharmas. Sarva dharman parityaj. Looks contradictory. He comes to establish dharma and is also recommending give up dharma. So there must be something. So there are two kinds of dharma. Temporary dharma, anitya dharma, and nitya dharma. So Krishna recommends to give up anitya dharma and accept the nitya dharma. Anitya dharma, temporary dharma, is connected with the body, and nitya dharma is connected with the spirit soul. We have two existence, bodily existence and spiritual existence. Spirit soul is spiritual by nature, and it is beyond material nature. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains that dharma of the soul has to be executed. Other dharmas have no real results. And he says, পৃথিবীতে ধর্ম নামে যত সব চলে ভাগবতে কহে সব পরিপূর্ণ ছলে. Whatever religious activities are happening all over the world in the name of dharma, these are all cheating according to Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So cheating religion has to be given up. That religion which does not take us to the perfection of our life, that is love of Godhead, that kind of religion is cheating religion. Mahaprabhu came to give us love of Godhead. And he gave the process also. Mahaprabhu taught us, Aradya Bhagavan Brajasa Tanaya Tadhama Vrindavanam Ramma Kachit Upasana Brajabadu Vargena Jakalpita Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanam Amalam Prema Pumartha Mahan Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Matavidam Tatra Adharana Paraha. So Mahaprabhu has given top class thing. Everything is high class. Top. He has given a Lord. What kind of Lord? Our worship people, Lord is Krishna, and not in any other place, Krishna in Vrindavan. And he has also given us the topmost devotees, the gopis of Vrindavan. They are the topmost devotees. And he has given the highest treasure of our life, that is prema. And what is the proof? He has given the topmost Shastra, Srimad Bhagavatam. So whatever Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given to us is topmost. The result of the process is topmost. The process itself is topmost. And those who have practiced those process, that devotees are also topmost. So, dharma should be understood properly. Srimad Bhagavatam explains, Sabai pungsha para dharma jato bhaktir adhaksaje ahoituki apratihata jayatmasu prasidati. It is explained in Srimad Bhagavatam what is the meaning of dharma. Sabai pungsha para dharma. Dharma should be para dharma, supreme religion. What is that? Jato bhaktir adhaksaje. Performing devotional service to Krishna. That is topmost dharma. And what are the symptoms of this dharma? Ahituki. Ahituki means causeless. And apratihata means uninterrupted. Unmotivated and uninterrupted devotional service. So devotional service can be also two types. First is mixed devotional service, and other one is pure devotional service. Sakama bhakti, Niskama bhakti. Suddha bhakti, Mishra bhakti. The bhakti Chaitanya Mahaprabhu propagated, bhakti what Mahaprabhu taught, that is Suddha bhakti. That is not Mishra bhakti. What is the meaning of Mishra bhakti? When bhakti is mixed with other processes. So we have desires. How many desires? Unlimited desires. And that's why we get unlimited varieties of bodies since time immemorial, so that we can fulfill our desires. Right? But primarily it is two. Desire for enjoyment and desire for liberation. Bhukti and Mukti. Bhukti, Mukti, Siddhi Kami Shakuli Asanta. Krishna Bhakta Niskam Atev Santa. Everybody other than devotees are asanta, means restless, disturbed. Why they are disturbed? Because they have material desires. As long as we have material desires, we cannot be peaceful. But devotees are peaceful. What kind of devotee? Krishna Bhakta Niskam. That kind of devotee, Niskam Bhakta, not Sakam Bhakta. Sakam Bhaktas are also disturbed. So if we are disturbed, means we have the problem. Prabhupada expected us to be happy. Krishna consciousness and happiness are strongly connected. If we are not happy, Prabhupada said, then something wrong. If you are not happy, then we are not Krishna conscious. Krishna consciousness and happiness cannot be separated. That's why he used to say, chant and be happy. Bhakti means happiness, unlimited happiness. Ananda ambudi vardhanam pratipadam purnamrita sadhanam. If we chant the holy name at the beginning stage also, the first verse of Sikastakam says that when you chant the holy name, we should experience unlimited happiness. Ananda ambudi. Ambudi means ocean, vast ocean. And that kind of ocean, size of that ocean cannot be measured. Unlimited. And is also expanding. The so-called happiness of this world is limited, very, very limited. And also, it decreases. As time passes, our experience of so-called joy and happiness of this world decreases. Everything diminishes in this material world, except misery. Misery are ever ending. But other than that, everything is diminishing. Why? Because this is the world. Like material, like that. So what is the symptom of a bhakta? Niskam. Niskam, anyabhilasita sunyam jnana karmadi anavritam anukullena krishna anusilanam bhaktir uttama. The symptom of Niskam Bhakti is annabhilasita sunyam. We should not have any desire. Anna abhilas means material desires. And what desire we should have? We cannot be desireless. That is also another wrong conclusion. In order to be happy, we should become desireless. When we talk about desires, means free from material desires. Then what is the alternative of material desire? Spiritual desire. And what is the meaning of spiritual desire? Desire to please Krishna. Anukullena Krishna anusilanam. Anukullena means favorable. What is the meaning of favorable? the mood should be to please Krishna. No other desire. Atmendriya pitivancha tare bale kam, Krishnendriya piti acha dhare premanam. Same activity can be in the category of love and also lust, depending on our desires. Atmendriya pritivancha. When we perform the activities for our own selfish motive, that is known as calm. And when we do the same activity for the pleasure of the Lord, that becomes love. It is not the activity that only determines what is love, what is lust. So therefore, we have to address the root. Root is our material desires. So some concession is given to fulfill the material desires in household life. In other lives, no concession. Brahmachari, Vanaprastha, Sannyas, no concession. Strict. For Grihasthas, some concession. And also for how many years? Maximum 25 years. Grihastha life is not for the whole duration of our life. Grihastha is for 25 years. A person is expected to enter into married life or Grihastha life at the age of 25, ideal age. Although nothing is ideal in this world, but that is the ideal age to enter into Grihastha life. And how long he should be in Grihastha life? Prabhupada said 45, maximum 50. By hearing that, devotees have serious problem.
Yesterday,
Heart attack also.
yesterday one devotee family said 50th marriage anniversary want to celebrate in temple. They're asking me.
Okay. So they need to celebrate something. So they find something to celebrate. But human life is not the life for celebrating all these material functions. But we don't know the positive alternative. That's why you have to celebrate something. We're celebrating something, we need to have something. So we should not think bad about that because they don't know the positive alternative. But real celebration is when we become Krishna conscious. That is a real celebration. And when we become Krishna conscious, we can celebrate every day. Right? Festival every day. In Goloka Vrindavan, Brahma Sangita explains, every step is a dance. Every word is a song. Every moment is a festival. That is spiritual life. In this world, to organize a festival is a big headache. Those who participate, they don't have any problem. Those who are organizing, they have problem. Those who are participating, they are thinking it should continue. And those who are organizing, they are thinking when it will end. Right? So festivals means no sleep. That's why Krishna doesn't sleep. But the organizers also, their sleep goes away. But after festival is over, they feel now is the time to take some rest. This is the nature of this world. So coming back to the point that concession is given in Grihastha life. That is the subject matter here. Prabhupada elaborately writes in the purport. But the purpose is not to expand those materialistic activities. We should try to spiritualize it. Eating should be spiritualized. Sleeping should be spiritualized. Mating should be spiritualized. Defending should be spiritualized. That is the purpose of Grihastha life. Also, those who are not in Grihastha life also, they should also try to come out from these activities. Prabhupada, during his last days in Vrindavan, he said, I stopped eating. I don't sleep also. I stopped sleeping and stopped mating long back. and stop defending long back. So now I am liberated. The symptom of a liberated person is that he is free from these 4 activities. We should not try to imitate that. We should try to spiritualize it. Prabhupada writes in the purport, we should not eat anything other than Krishna Prasad. So when we take Krishna Prasad, then eating aspect becomes spiritualized. Then why we should sleep? To get the energy back in our body so that we can continue our devotional service. That is the purpose of sleeping, because body needs rest. Why body needs rest? Because after body goes through rest, then it gets the energy back to start the service again. In that way, sleeping should not be for enjoyment. Sleeping for regaining the strength to continue devotional service. So in that way, sleeping can be spiritualized. Then mating, how it can be spiritualized? Sex life, Prabhupada said, when we engage in sex life for getting Krishna conscious children, then sex life becomes spiritualized. And defending, we should defend our Krishna consciousness. We should be fearful not to lose Krishna consciousness. So in that way, we should spiritualize these activities. Then dharma is the purpose of human life. Eating, sleeping, mating, defending are the common activities for everyone. But the main focus of human life is to perform dharma. So we are discussing at the beginning, first is dharma connected to the body and dharma connected to the soul. So to eat, to sleep, to have sex life, to defend, we have to perform anitya dharma, which is known as varnashram dharma. Then when you perform varnashram dharma, through the dharma, these activities can be Krishna conscious. But real dharma is Bhagavad dharma, dharma of the soul. Savai pungsha paro dharma, jato bhaktir adhakshaje. Then we have to render pure devotional service, which should be ahoituki, apratihata, unmotivated and uninterrupted. So these 2 symptoms are very, very important to understand, and Mahaprabhu has demonstrated these 2 symptoms of bhakti through his associates. So what is the symptom of uninterrupted devotional service? Tinadapi sunichena tarorapi sahishnana amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahari. This is the symptom of uninterrupted devotional service, apratihata bhakti. And what is the symptom of ahituki bhakti? Na dhanang, na janang, na sundaring, kavitang vajagadisha kamaye, mama janmani janmanishare, bhavatad bhaktir ahitukitai. These are the 2 symptoms, the verse explaining ahituki bhakti and apratihata bhakti. Apratihata means uninterrupted. It should not stop under any condition of life. Just like the water of the river goes towards the ocean and nothing can stop that. That is called uninterrupted devotional service. Example is Srivas Thakur. Srivas Thakur is a grihastha. Most of the devotees of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are grihastha. In this material world, most of the devotees have to be grihasthas. In Kali Yuga, most of the devotees are grihastha. In Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes, most of his associates are grihasthas. But Mahaprabhu recommends. What he recommends? Mahaprabhur bhaktaganer vairagya pradhan taha dekhi pritahan gaura bhagavan. The primary symptom of a devotee of Lord Chaitanya is renunciation, vairagya pradhan. He is not talking about sannyasi, brahmachari, vanaprastha, or grihastha or sannyasis. It is for everyone. We should not think, oh, renunciation is for brahmacharis and sannyasis. It's not like that. Mahaprabhur bhaktaganer. It is not explained Mahaprabhur sannyasi bhaktaganer. Mahaprabhur brahmachari bhaktaganer. It's not said like that. Mahaprabhur bhaktaganer vairagya pradhan. Those who claim we are the devotees of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what is the symptom? Vairagya pradhan. Renunciation is the primary symptom. Taha dekhi pritahan gaura bhagava. By seeing the renunciation of the devotee, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu becomes very, very pleased. Srivas Thakur is very dear devotee of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was a grihastha. And not having a small family, members of his family numbers are very high. It's a huge family. But Srivas always used to be with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Daytime, in the Harinam Sankirtan, with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Night time also, in his house, Mahaprabhu used to chant and dance. Day and night, always, he was with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Mahaprabhu asked Srivas, Srivas, you are a grihastha. You need to be practical. Do something practical to maintain your family. Because people think that grihastha should work to earn money. But Srivas Thakur was not working, not earning any money. How to maintain family? Don't try to imitate. It's the topmost example. Then Srivas clapped his hands 3 times. Mahaprabhu wanted the clarification. What is the meaning of this 3 clap? Srivas Thakur said, first clap means I will fast for the first day. Second clap, fasting for the second day. Third clap, fasting for the third day. And even after that you don't do anything. Ganges is nearby. I will go and drown in the water of the Ganges and give up my life. Mahaprabhu was so happy by the conviction of Srivas Thakur in devotional service. Then Mahaprabhu said, Mahaprabhu declared that one day may come, even Goddess Lakshmi may have to beg on the street. That day can happen. That day may come. But Srivas, in your family, there will not be any scarcity. That was the declaration given by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You may say, why? How come he got this kind of benediction from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Because Srivas Thakur was performing uninterrupted devotional service. One day, Mahaprabhu was chanting and dancing in his house at night. That time Srivas heard that some noise is coming from inside. Ladies were crying. So he went inside to check what happened, and he came to know that his own son died. And by hearing that news, Srivas Thakur was in ecstasy. Oh, my son is so fortunate that he left his body seeing the beautiful form of Lord Gauranga, singing and dancing in Harinam Sankirtan. So he has achieved perfection in his life. Then he warned the ladies, if you don't stop crying, and if the sound of your crying disturbs the Sankirtan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then I will go to the Ganges and drown in the water of the Ganges and give up my body. And that time you can cry as much as you want. Immediately crying stopped. And Mahaprabhu continued his Sankirtan. This is the symptom of uninterrupted devotional service. Another example is Haridas Thakur. Time is up. Okay. Another example is Haridas Thakur. So Haridas Thakur made a mistake in his life. What is the mistake? He was chanting the holy name of the Lord, being in different community. So that's why complaint was lodged that he should be punished. The Qazi called Haridas. So Haridas, I'll forgive you. Only one thing you have to do, stop chanting. He said, what to talk about stop chanting? I cannot stay for a moment without chanting the holy name of the Lord. Then he said, then you have to die. You will be beaten up in 22 marketplaces and you will be killed. Then he said, Haridas Thakur declared, Khanda khanda hoy deho jai jodi pran, tobu na ami bodone chhadibo harinam. He said, even my body is cut into pieces. Each piece of my body will continue to chant the holy name of the Lord. That is a symptom of uninterrupted devotional service. That's why Mahaprabhu personally came and protected Haridas Thakur, and nothing happened to Haridas Thakur. He was continuing his uninterrupted devotional service. Then another symptom is given, that is unmotivated. Ahoituki. That is called Niskam Bhakti. We should not expect anything material from performing devotional service. Na dhanang, na janang, na sundaring kavitang ba jagadisha kamhe. Mama janmani janmanishare bhavatat bhaktir ahoitukitai. There are many examples. Mahaprabhu, all the devotees are without any material desires. They did not expect anything from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu other than pure devotional service. Example is Kola Vecha Sridhar. One is Srivas, other one is Sridhar. Sridhar was a businessman. And what business he used to do? Products connected with banana trees. And Chaitanya Bhagavad explains, during Mahaprabhu's time, every house in Navadvip had banana trees. By that you can understand the demand of the product in the market. There was no demand, but he was a businessman. And he was honest like Yudhishthir Maharaj. So product, no demand. Number two, price is also very nominal price. And whatever profit, I don't know how much he used to make profit, 50% he used to spend for doing Ganga Puja. That is another culture the Grihasthas should establish. 50% of their income should be spent for Krishna consciousness. By hearing that, devotees have heart attack. 50%. So we'll come to that point. There is no time for today for this discussion. But he used to spend 50% of his profit for Ganga Puja. And nobody knew who is Sridhar. While Mahaprabhu was doing Mahaprakash Leela in the house of Srivas Thakur, he said, call Sridhar. Sridhar? Who is that? We all want to become popular devotees, no? Nowadays. Everybody should know, whole world should know what a great devotee I am. Prabhupada never expected us to be a great devotee. Prabhupada expected us to be a good devotee. If everybody knows, if Krishna doesn't recognize, what is the use of that popularity? Krishna consciousness is not a popularity game. If Krishna recognizes, then that is a success. But if the whole world knows, but Krishna does not recognize, what is the big deal about it? Nothing is going to happen in our life. So Sridhar, nobody knew, but Mahaprabhu knew. And he said, go at the border of the village, someone is chanting loudly. That person is Sridhar. So he was called, by hearing that Mahaprabhu called him, he was in ecstasy. That was the position of Sridhar. That Mahaprabhu called him, by hearing that, Sridhar was in ecstasy. Then he came, offered obeisances, glorified Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then Mahaprabhu asked that I want to give you some benedictions. You can choose whatever you want. And he has given a list, checklist. Ashtasiddhi, position of Indra, position of Brahma, position of earthly king, whatever you want, I am ready to give. But Sridhar said, I don't want any of these things. Don't try to cheat me. Don't try to delude me. No, you have to take something. I am in the mood of giving today. Sridhar, you have to take something. I said, okay, if you want to give something, give this benediction. Tell me what benediction you want. He said, that small Nimai who comes to my shop every day and bargains me with price of the product, and after that snatches the products without paying anything, that Nimai should become my worshipable Lord, life after life. That is the benediction I want. So Mahaprabhu was so pleased. Then another example to end the discussion today, Haridas Thakur. He is Brahma. He is the top citizen of the universe, right? We said, na? High citizen, top citizen. Mahaprabhu also told him, I want to give you something, and list was given. Haridas Thakur said, I don't want all this thing. But you have to take something. He said, okay, if you want to give something, I don't mind taking birth again. I am not interested in liberation. But please give this benediction. If I have to take birth, give me birth in the house of a devotee. Which form? I don't mind to become insect. I don't mind to become a dog also. But that should be in the house of a devotee. So Brahma, in the form of Haridas Thakur, wants to become a dog of a Vaishnava. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur also said that our identity should be Vaishnavar Kukur. We should be the dog of a Vaishnava. That is the real identity of a devotee of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Haridas Thakur, the topmost devotee in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan movement. Namacharya is the highest position in Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan movement. And it was awarded to who? Haridas Thakur. And that Haridas Thakur wanted a benediction to take birth in the house of a devotee in the form of a dog or insect. That is the symptom of ahituki bhakti. Unmotivated, pure devotional service. And when we perform devotional service with these qualities, uninterrupted and unmotivated, then we can attain love of Godhead. And that is the perfection of our spiritual journey. And Mahaprabhu came to distribute that love for Krishna. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Sriman Mahaprabhu ki jai, Shri Shri Radha Samsundar Bhagavan ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. There is some time for question, answer, comments, reflections, clarifications. Okay. If you have any question, yes. Use the mic. Not working? Okay. Then a little louder.
Maharaj, you are telling two kinds of dharma. What is dharma? For that, varnashrama is spiritualized. That is our dharma. So, my question is, when we are practicing, for us, varnashrama dharma by applying this spiritualized process becomes Shuddha Bhakti process, or it is only when we become perfected, and then it is called as Shuddha Bhakti.
Shuddha Bhakti means Annabhilasita Sunyam Jnana Karmadi Anavritam. It's not said Jnana Karmadi Sunyam. Understand? Rupa Goswami is little accommodative. But Jiva Goswami, Suddha Bhakti means Jnana Karmadi Sunyam. So for him, no varnashram. But for Rupa Goswami, our acharyas, they have allowed us to be in varnashram. But they don't do varnashram that, oh, because of varnashram, we can do bhakti. Bhakti is ahaituki. It does not depend on anything. But why they perform varnashram dharma? To set example for others. To create good example in the society, they perform varnashram dharma. That is the symptom. Just Lambaris Maharaj performed the role as a king, but he was performing all kinds of ritualistic activities. Nitya dharma, nitya karma, naimittika karma. These are karma. So, but he was doing it for the purpose of setting example. He was not attached, he was not conditioned by that. That's why it was not covering the pure devotional service. But if you are attached to those activities and result of those activities, then this will cover pure devotional service. Then you are not performing Suddha Bhakti. Okay?
Amrish Maharaj is doing it for setting an example. In our level, we are not doing it for setting an example.
If you are not, then you are covering your Suddha Bhakti. Then you will go in a different direction. Not the Suddha Bhakti platform. You can go maximum Vaikuntha Mukti. If karma and jnana are covering your Suddha Bhakti, then result maximum you can attain is Vaikuntha Mukti. But you will not get Prema Bhakti. Prema Bhakti can be obtained only performing Suddha Bhakti. Mishra Bhakti cannot give you love of Godhead. They can give maximum Vaikuntha Mukti. Okay? Hare Krishna. I think you can stop the recording now. How many are watching online?
Not only later on they will upload on YouTube.
Okay, but somebody is Zoom on Zoom now. Only.
Here.
So anybody is watching live? How many? 40. Then we should not stop question and answer. Yes.
Maharaj, you gave this example of Shiva Thakur for Aprahiyata Bhakti.
Mic come kar raha hai abhi.
Hare Krishna. Maharaj, you said for Aparatihata Bhakti, you gave example of Shiva Thakur. So you said that that how he is planting the camps and Lakshmi Devi arrange everything. So somehow, no matter how much, one thing it's very clear that he is very dependent on Lord's, completely dependent on the Lord. That is clear, but how it is exactly applicable to Grihasthas? So that is something you can little more elaborate.
Okay. So
It can be irresponsibility in the name of people assume and become.
that's why at the beginning of my example I gave a disclaimer. Don't imitate Shiva Thakur, you'll have problem.
In our case,
There will be separation and maybe lead to other aspect of family life. So
at our level, how that can be applied? Elaborate.
in a sadhaka level, performing this kind of bhakti is very, very difficult in Grihastha order of life. That's why Prabhupada said, perform as much as possible up to the age of 50. Then come out from these Grihastha duties and become Vanaprastha and completely dedicate for the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Grihastha life is a preparation for Vanaprastha life. You cannot expect perfection in family life, very difficult. Possible, Bhaktivinoda Thakur and others. That's why Prabhupada said to become a good brahmachari is difficult. But to become a good grihastha, impossible. In Kali Yuga. That's what he was telling. So doing anything perfect in this world is very difficult. In particular, Apratihata Bhakti,
About the Srinivas Thakur,
Srivas Thakur.
not doing his Grihastha Dharma of maintain the family but purely dependent on Lord. That, what lesson?
Another example is that he was doing Harinam Sankirtan, that was his dharma, because a Brahmana should be always engaged in hearing and chanting. He was a Brahmana. So another example is Arjuna. He was fighting like anything, but always remembering Krishna. That is called Apratihata Bhakti. His bhakti is unstoppable. He was fighting as a Kshatriya, but that became pure devotional service. Why? Because he was doing for the pleasure of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. At the same time, he was remembering Krishna 24 hours a day while performing his duty. Same thing is Ambarish Maharaj, Yudhishthir Maharaj, Pandavas, all pure devotees. Those are the Grihasthas. They are performing their daily duties, gopis. They are performing their duties, family duties, but always absorbed in the thought of Krishna. Mind is in Krishna. And when you do like that, then that is Apratihata Bhakti. Uninterrupted. There is no disconnect from the Lord for a moment. Okay? High level. Prabhupada said, I never became separated from my spiritual master for a moment. So these are the examples, but we can try our best to come to that level. For that we have to hear and chant properly. That's why morning sadhana and evening sadhana should be very, very strong. It's a sandwich program. If we do morning program very powerfully and evening program, then by the touch of morning and evening program, whole day work will become Krishna conscious. That is the system given by Prabhupada to spiritualize our duties as Grihasthas. Okay? It's a very deep, complicated subject matter. I tried to simplify it as much as possible. Hare Krishna. Any other question? Somebody should coordinate who is raising hand first.
You mentioned about popular devotee.
Huh?
You mentioned in between about popular devotees. Nowadays they want to become popular.
I said people want to become popular, including. Okay. Yes.
Can you cite some analysis? How to understand that I am trying to become popular, but not what are the measures not to become popular? Take a humble step.
Becoming popular is not a problem. But endeavor to become popular, that is a problem. Because you want to be popular. That is, na dhanang, na janang, na sundaring, that principle is against that principle. We should not be into popularity. But when you become pure, naturally you will become popular. You don't have to try for that. Prabhupada never tried to become popular. Now he became very, very popular. Why? Purity. Others will make you popular. You should not try to make you popular. That is Shuddha Bhakti. Just like getting respect is not a problem. Expecting respect is a problem. Okay?
My doubt is, when we give examples on this unmotivated and uninterrupted examples, they are all great souls or some form of gods. So how we can that much? If I do my dharma 100%, will I get that love of the God?
What?
No, in examples, unmotivated and uninterrupted examples, all examples are they are great souls, are form of the God. So, how to get that unmotivated and uninterrupted level? If I perform my dharma 100%, will I able to go to that level or?
Your question is very unclear to me. If you perform your dharma 100%, what does that mean? What does that mean? 100% means what? You are performing Grihastha Dharma 100% means you should be always Krishna conscious, remembering Krishna 24 hours a day. Then you are performing your Grihastha Dharma 100%. Okay, that's why you are asking question by making a statement which is very contradictory. Clear? It's not possible to perform your Grihastha Dharma 100% right. If you make 100% right, then you are a perfect devotee. It's not that easy. Following four regulative principle is difficult, not to talk about perfect 100% following. Okay? Your question?
Not related to class.
So what is related to Krishna consciousness? What is the question? हाँ हाँ What to do? What to do with that Japamala? For the sannyasis, it is kept in the samadhi. For the sannyasis, it is kept in the samadhi. For the grihasthas, his successor should keep it. I don't know, it can be given to the that funeral time or not, I have to check. It can be drowned in the Ganges. It can be given in the Ganges water. It should be done properly. But that's not her headache. That is not her headache. It's the headache of those who will be alive. So tell her to focus on chanting now. What will happen to what is happening with the beads now? That should be the focus. Any other question? They don't have question. Okay.
Thank you for the session. I have a specific question in relation to your statement. Reproducing the statement that Grihasthas have to give their 50% of offerings for Krishna consciousness. My question is, the devotees are not making their ends good with the remaining 50%. Should they aim for earning so much that even if they give 50%, with the other 50% they can manage their family, or in their own livelihood, whatever they are getting, to the best of their ability they can contribute?
Yeah, very good question. Wonderful question. We can earn money in Grihastha order of life because earning money is allowed only for Grihasthas. But we should not over-endeavor. Uttahara. We should not put lot of endeavor to earn money. Whatever normal way money comes, we should be happy with that. That is the symptom of a devotee. We should not be lazy, at the same time we should not be crazy. Okay? We should have a balanced life to earn money. And we should earn money according to our varna. If you are a Grihastha, you are a Vaishya, you should earn money in a different way. If you are a Kshatriya, earn money in a different way. If you are a Brahmana, you get your money in a different way. So according to your situation, you should earn money. But principle is that we should not over-endeavor. That's the first. Second, 50% is not a magic figure. Why 50%? Because unless we become detached from money, it's very, very difficult to advance in Krishna consciousness. In Kali Yuga, we become very attached to the money. More money is accumulated, more attached we become. So, when you give a significant portion of your money in Krishna consciousness, then you will be developing detachment. It will pinch your heart and it will make you detached. So that's why percentage is important, but more than what pinches you. It should not attack your heart, but it should pinch your heart. इतना चला गया, हम लोग हिंदी में बोलते हैं. When that kind of feeling will be there, then you will get the benefit of charity. Otherwise, you will not get any benefit of charity. Charity will have impact when you get the pain in your heart. That is the science of charity. So 50% came to 25%, now 25 also came to minimum 10, because Kali Yuga very difficult to do. But Rupa Goswami distributed in that way, other leaders also distributed in the same way. But we have to come to the point, everything should be given for Krishna. That is our goal. A Brahmana gives everything for Krishna. A sannyasi gives everything for Krishna. In that way, we should come to that platform. It's a process. That's a Grihastha order of life, is a life of practice to achieve perfection. Okay? Ultimately, everything belongs to Krishna anyway, but we have to realize it.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Okay? So we'll end here.
This question can I ask me to ask? Hare Krishna Maharaj. So you mentioned a couple of examples for Hare Bhakti, Prachar Bhakti, for the Grihasthas. So all the cases.
Not Grihasthas, for devotees.
Devotees. So when we heard those cases, all
Bhakti does not depend on any varna and ashram. It is independent of any varna and ashram. Okay.
So all the cases are like their Mahaprabhu's land associates and they are pure devotees. So it seems that that those things are very extreme and we don't know if we can ever come to that level even if we practice it. So Ahayajiki Aprayata is it practical for the Grihasthas? That is what I'm asking. So you gave example, but
Yeah, it's a good question. Is practical for Grihasthas or not?
Yeah, that is what I'm asking.
I told already, it's difficult. It is expected for the sannyasi should be at the platform of apatiyata bhakti. A sannyasi should be at the level of apatiyata bhakti. That is expected. If you are not at the level of apatiyata bhakti, you should not take sannyas. That's Prabhupada said. And other Acharya said, you should, unless you had a love of Godhead, you should not take sannyas. So in order to become ideal Grihastha, definitely you should aspire for that. Maybe not at the beginning days, but at least before taking Vanaprastha, they should come to that level.
Start with 10%.
Yeah. You should try as much as you can. Prabhupada said, best use of the bad bargain. But we have to be sincere. We should not be lazy in our spiritual practice. Oh, I will be serious later on, that day will never come. Whatever is doable, do it with full enthusiasm and with full sincerity. Then Krishna will help you to come to the higher platform. But if you are very complacent and happy in your present level, then you will not go up, rather you will go down. That is the process. We should not be in comfort zone. We should always aspire for something which is challenging. Without challenge, devotional life is not so healthy. But we should take challenges which we can do it. We should not take unnecessary challenges, but we should take necessary calculated challenges. Okay? So we'll end here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada